Khajiit got your back.
Wold?
If you are here to finish me, then do it. Don't just stand there gaping. Liar. Mr. Merrin do not trust one so green. That is true. Do you know it? That is a very old mage I know. You speak true. Which must mean you are a college mage, and my eyes have deceived me once again. No, I am afraid this cat has exhausted all of its lives. However, if you would be so kind, perhaps you would be willing to listen to a dying Khajiit's final request. When I was but a beggar, there was a Khajiit female who provided me with alms. She was a poor farmer, but wealthy with kindness. Such was her kindness that she considered my bread. While others tossed their septums with disdain, she traded their alms for petty magic tricks. I still remember how her ears perked up ever so softly whenever I would conjure an orb of light in my palm. It was during one of these tricks that Master Merrin recognized my talents. Finally, I thought, this Khajiit will earn some real respect. No one was more proud of me than the farmer. Yet in the months that followed, I changed. Suddenly it was I who could not associate with her. You would not be so kind if I were not dying, I presume. She was much the same. She could have been angry with me, but instead she granted my wish. Many times I would pass her on the street and say nothing. My eyes told her all she needed to know and nothing she wanted to hear. No, that is not necessary. You see, on some nights you could stare at the twin moons sitting in the heavens like a pair of mismatched eyes. She told this foolish beggar that if one Khajiit prayed to Mesa and another prayed to Secunda, they could communicate through the stars. Her moon was Secunda and mine Mesa, so my final request is this. The next time you look at the night sky and see the moons in flight, tell her I'm sorry, and I never had a better friend or a kinder one. Your words warm my heart. This Khajiit thanks you dearly, but we are not done yet. There is still the business of the nodes, yes? Correct. We had interrogated witnesses in Winterhold. Like those at the college, they are very sensitive to mages, and these mages were 3. A child overheard them talking in private. It was but a single word, but it spoke volumes. The word was winking. The tavern owner there was, as the master likes to say, careless. They often are. He pointed me in the direction of a room with a rather curious tenant. He never left his quarters, but of guests he had 5 in as many nights. He could not risk entering the room. A cloaking spell is but a justice trick to mages who can detect the essence of life. It is by the luck of the twin moons that I found a friend in an Argonian named Gulam A, whose swift hands found the pockets of his visitors. That is the fault of my own hubris. Gullum charged a stiff price, but true to his word, what he possessed was worth every septim. The notes he stole contained 5 prospective locations where the mages planned to conduct their separate research. As per Master Marinen's instructions, I was to return to her with this information. I was about to do so when I saw the mage descend from his room. He was a Dwemer man, with a wisp of thick hair, eyes as hot as the suns of elsewhere, and wings of crimson war paint gliding down his face. In his presence, this Khajiit did not move, could not move, yet all his fur stood on end. Perhaps it is the result of being Khajiit, but I followed, and he noticed, and so he led me here. It is only by virtue of Master Marinen's teaching that I managed to hold on to the document. Master Marinen once said that the greatest illusions require no spell. I had once resented the fact that people assumed I was a simple thief. My skills were such that I had earned an apprenticeship under a celebrated mage, yet still people clutched their coin purses in my presence. When I addressed my concerns to Master Marinen, she called me furry fool. That I was, on both counts. She made me realize that the perception of me was an asset. Make them clutch their purse, she said, instead of their shield. I brought many sets of clothes in order to fashion a story. When I met the Dwemer at the inn, I was dressed as a farmer. When I shadowed him here, I came dressed as a thief. The mage assumed the first was a disguise, and the second my true form. Were I not a Khajiit, it is possible he would see past this disguise to the truth. However, like most illusions, the spell works best on those who wish to believe. No, I am afraid this cat has exhausted all of its lives. However, if you would be so kind, perhaps you would be willing to... When I was such what I still... It was that no one was more proud. Many times I would pass her on the street. No, she told her... Tell her I'm sorry. Your words warm my heart. Thank you, friend. With that, this cat can rest easy. Tell Olivia not to blame herself. Her teachings did not fail me. They are what gave this poor beggar a reason to live, and honor in death.
I've got your back.
Be careful.
Hold! Cast! Cast! Still here.
Well done. What have you learned? That is unfortunate. He was a good mage. Were you able to procure any information at all? Then it is not he who failed, but the one who instructed him. Hopefully I have not bungled this endeavor any further. Were you at least able to speak with him? Or did he have any clues on his body? Let me see those. This is precisely what we needed. You have done admirably, as did my assistant in delivering these to you.
How are you, Travis?
Now that you are entrenched in this matter,
Why should
I have no doubt that you are the only one capable of pursuing it to the end. This is far more perilous than the previous job, but I believe you will reward my confidence in you. As you may have guessed, the 5 locations listed are likely secluded areas where the mages can conduct their individual research. 1 mage for each school of magic. To defeat them will require skill and cunning, and an understanding of the strengths and weaknesses of each art. The notes will provide their locations, and you can consult me for any advice regarding their procurement. Do you have any questions before you go? Indeed you must. I will offer any assistance I can.
I'm positive whatever I require.
It is a mistake to assume the conjurer hides behind the beasts he summons. For such a mage can conjure a dagger as easily as a Dwemer. There are those who conjure Atronachs to support them from the rear, whereas others will conjure bows to lend aid to their armies. When you enter their chamber, take note of the bodies strewn about, as they are weapons hoisted on a rack, to be retrieved at the time of battle. However, like any weapon, they are slaves to the one who wields them, and are as much a tool as they are a foe. An illusionist attacks the mind. He plays the drums of courage and fear to convince both you and the bandits that they are invincible. Illusion can fool your eyes, become your heart's greatest desire, but it cannot fool all the senses, and that is where you will find truth. However, the greatest illusion is not the product of any spell. It is the doubt one has in the efficacy of illusion magic. Do not underestimate the illusion mage. That is my advice to you. The name destruction implies havoc, and while such magic is capable of immense damage, it is not as inelegant as one might presume. Lightning, ice, and fire. Each element has applications beyond the inflicting of pain. A bolt of lightning can disarm a trained mage, sapping him of his magicka. The swiftest runner will find it difficult to wade through briars of ice. Flames will turn your own tunic into a weapon, draining your health as it burns through your skin. To defeat a master of destruction magic, one must use their wards wisely, for there is more than just health one must account for. The most infuriating of opponents, for every blow you strike, every spell you cast, is nullified by their unyielding ability to heal. Moreover, when such a mage is surrounded by powerful warriors, their strength grows by leaps and bounds, as all are healed that stand beside him. Such a mage will confine himself into a small area to increase the efficacy of his healing spell. However, this tactic provides an opening. Just as many can be healed, many can be damaged, and the cost of restoration is far greater than destruction. To know that reality is a falsehood is the essence of alteration magic. While illusion affects only the caster and the target, alteration is to change the very fabric of our world, so that all are affected. Alteration can be used to blind your opponent with mage light, or turn your flesh into steel. It is a magic that prevents stealth, as a mage can detect your presence while cloaking his own. Alteration does not have an offensive spell. What it does is use endurance as a weapon. Whether it be with potions of health, stamina, or magicka, one must be prepared for a long fight. Very well. Return to me if you seek my counsel.
Still here.
Khajiit got.
You picked a bad time to get lost. I'm getting out of here. Speak quickly. Hold! A cast!
Go to the college,
Down the
Use your smarts, he said.
and bid the
Like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
But not was not stuff.
Just take it.
Someone has died. Did you hear something? Victory is yours. Submit.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Are you prepared to Still here. Should have come. Be careful.
Hey, watch it.
I've got your back. I'm right behind you.
Khajiit got your back.
I'm quite pleased that we're back.
Khajiit got your back.
Stupendous. I hope you did not cause too much collateral damage in procuring these. This does not seem to be the right page. Be careful with illusion mages. Things are not always what they seem. That is tremendous news. If you're running low on potions, be sure to stock up at Virna's. Wonderful. Be sure to check with Colette if you have any injuries. Excellent. To defeat a conjurer is to defeat the armies of oblivion and death. No small feat. Until next time.
Be careful.
Ancano is exactly why we're so restrictive about access to the college. We'd all... I'm sure you've made note of who's been... It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Still here.
If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll smell them coming. We will see.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero. Quick. Bite of a fly now.
Still here.
You're taking us somewhere.
I never would have suspected that the eye could be so dangerous. Toftir is right, isn't he? Magic really can overwhelm you. Yes, but it needs to be kept quiet. I may have entered into an agreement with Enther. He had something I needed, so I traded him something of mine. It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. It's an amulet that belonged to my family, and I never should have given it to Enther. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back. Until next time.
Greetings, Odd. Fantastic. Although I will have to verify if the text is real. One can never be too careful with an illusionist. That you have. I will have Urog get on rebinding the books immediately. In the meantime, I offer you this staff as a reward for your service. It has no celebrated history. However, not all things powerful require such affectations, nor do they deprive you of the experience you have earned. Through these trials, you have proven your ability as a mage is without peer, and for that reason your mission is not yet complete. For the knowledge and experience you have gained through this quest must be shared with your colleagues here at the college, so that all may benefit. Our business, however, is suspended for now, although I may need your assistance once more in the future. Let me again offer my sincerest thanks, on behalf of all mages, not just myself and Jado Ra. The knowledge extracted from these texts may lead to great discoveries and new frontiers. Quite slow. It seems the mages have placed additional layers of security on top of Galarian's original text. As you may have noticed, the pages are littered with various magical runes, whose patterns transcribe into messages written in code. I had hoped to depart from this location once the matter of the text was concluded, but it appears I will need to conduct further research. Until next time.
Still here.
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business as usual. Oh my, how precious. Onmund is too afraid to deal with me himself, and so he's sent you. I'll make this very simple for you. All my trades are final. Onmund knew this ahead of time and went through with it anyway. So there's nothing more to be said. Oh, I suppose, but you keep this to yourself. I don't want it being known that I go back on my trades, understand?
Still here. Hold! Now cast!
If it sneaks up on us, I can smell them coming. I don't know. We will see.
I never would have suspected that the eye could be so dangerous. I didn't think he'd really give it back. Thank you, friend. It's good to know I can count on you. I'd better get going.
Oh, there was a great rumble outside this morning. Did you feel it? Surely it must have been a giant riding a carriage, or a flying ship. Yes, but that's far too ordinary. Maybe not yesterday, but now, very much so. Unless it was a water dragon. A dragonfish whose breath was steam. Of course, it's more fish than dragon, and more bug than fish. It feasts on wood and its diet consists solely of mortal-made ships. Oh, I would never try anything like that. Won't even drink a bottle of ale. I need my mind absolutely clear so I know what I see is real. Oh, all the time. Especially at the college where magical energy is strong. Floating objects like books, soul gems, and silverware for one. You really have to watch where you're going or you might run your eye into a fork. Then there's the multiplying fruit. Master Dravis thinks the several hundred apples he found in his pillow was a prank. I think it was a rare form of spontaneous cloning. Clearly some type of plant-based magic, like an evolved form of alchemy. Of course, I bet in places like Valenward there are all sorts of carnivorous plants that use magic to capture their prey. Like a plant with invisible fangs on its fronds, trapping birds and insects who stop to rest their weary wings. Or how about a talking plant who uses magic to mimic speech? A stamen is almost like a tongue. Then you get real close and the fangs chomp you. That is, if the mud monsters don't get you first. Plants must have some version of the undead, raised from the ground by magical spores and such. All right.
Still here.
Khajiit guards your back.
Oh.
If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll tell them coming. I might not. We will see.
Watch it. Here. Watch it. Be careful. I'm right behind you.
Dur, Zafu! Dur, Zafu! Dur, Zafu!
Not quite.
Hold, cast!
Make it quick. Talk to B first. She's the mouth of this operation. If she says you're okay, then we'll talk.
Tidings, honoured guest. My name is Beatrice. The raffish companion you see beside me goes by the name of Ozesrt. The timing of your visit is rather impeccable. Ozesrt has just secured a fresh skeever which we hope to prepare at the top of the hour. We welcome you to join us in the consumption of this delectable feast. You jest, honoured visitor. Its visage is clearly within your range of eyesight. Although, indubitably, you were directed to this camp not by its countenance, but by its aroma, which is quite exquisite. However, it will do us no good without the proper refreshments to balance it. As host to our most honoured guest, I humbly apologise for my oratory failings. I am but an erstwhile savage, who only recently gained the powers of articulation. You have a meticulous eye, traveller. Yet to answer your query, I must first tell you a story. There was once a peddler from elsewhere who sought to bring a barrel of the finest refreshments to his cousin in Skyrim. Undaunted, he sought to smuggle them inside bottles of a popular brand and mead, brewed by
Hold! Naketh! Hold! Cast!
Look.
I'm right behind.
Hold! Cast!
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business as usual.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass. It worked then. Let me see. Goodness, that's it, isn't it? Yes. It's not perfect, but it's a close enough approximation that it should certainly suffice for initial tests. You've done excellent work here. Truly excellent. There's only one thing missing now, and that should be arriving shortly. I'll begin preparations. Thank you again so much for this. Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
I'm right behind you. I'm right behind.
What time is it? I haven't seen the sky all day. I'm sure you've been to plenty of Dwemer ruins. They have scraps scattered all over the place. Most of it can melt down into Dwemer bronze ingots. Hmm? Oh, you're back. Good timing. I could use your help again. I put some instructions on the bench over there. Even Fafnir could follow them, so... Oh, this is interesting. Excuse me.
Yep.
I'm right behind you.
Hand me that spanner. Oh, do you need something? Hand me that spanner. Oh, do you need something? What time is it? I haven't seen the sky all day.
I've got your back.
Hand me that. Anna. Oh, do you need something?
I've got your back.
Hold! Cast! Hold! Now cast!
You are taking us where warm, I trust. You are taking us somewhere warm, I trust.
I'm right behind you. Hold! Now cast!
You finished?
I'm right behind you.
Khajiit God. Go back. If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll smell them come.
Still here.
Yo. Khajiit guards your back.
Hold! Now cast!